What is up, YouTube? It's your girl Rochelle, and I'm back with another video. I am back to share how it went for the last 2 weeks of October. I want to share with you guys our income and expenses for the last few days, actually 2 weeks. And if that's something you want to see, then stick around. Okay, so let's talk about the week of 10/13 to 10/19. We had a total income of $6,807.87. The bulk of that income went to debt. It was a total of $3,757.34. And let's see what that looked like under transactions. So I have here a list of all of our debt payments. We were able to make an extra payment to our HELOC of $1,000, make extra payments on some of these credit cards. These are the minimums starting from Discover on down. And then I had extra to our Chase credit card to cover a transaction and my credit card for my business, my budget shop, $106. That was for bills that come out every month. So that is what debt looked like. Now bills was 1657.27. That's pretty easy because I know I put 1600 to the side for our rent every month, every time my husband gets paid. And so 57.27 was just a random bill. So let's look and see what that is. Regular bills. Okay, so my husband had some Apple bills that came out totaling 57.27. So that is what that was. And then spending, food got 500, Micah got his 200. We set aside 255 for the team, 100 to the family, 91.35 for miscellaneous, and $15 in bank fees. Y'all, I want to end this bank account so bad, but I'm using it right now. Let me know what you guys think about switching banks. It is so hard for me to switch banks in Hawaii. So I really want to get a handle on that because I feel like that $15 a month could be used for something else. We paid ourselves $60 to our PTO bank. That is anytime I get paid in tips or Micah works and has an extra amount of money, we put a little there. Normally it would have been more because as you'll see, the income was enough where we could have sent more to the PTO bank, but we decided to send it to the HELOC instead. Taxes got $27.91 to that tax sinking fund. So you can see this is basically how all of our expenses went. We were able to send $5,414.61 to our bills debt category, $87.91 to sinking funds, nothing to savings this week. Really wanted to be able to put a 4-digit number on the HELOC. So I'm okay with that. And then $1,161.35 to expenses, which is a little spendy for us, but I wanted to go ahead and start saving for the next time I had to pay out my team. And food is what it is. It's the usual 500, so that's why it's a little higher. And nothing, no cash envelopes this time, y'all. We didn't have any cash. So my husband's W-2 was the major income, 3568.46. I did receive 2,000 in payments that week for the virtual assistant client work that I do, and I made $1,206.50 doing sister locks that week. So that is how that week looked. Now let's talk about last week. Okay, so the week of 10/20 to 10/26, we brought in $687.71. And this is why I like to budget every dollar because honestly, y'all, it was a smaller amount than we're used to having hit our bank account, but it is respectable, 687.71. So instead of me being like just passive and letting it hit the bank account and not really budgeting it, we are going to give it a job. We did. So we put $210 in savings. We were able to pay $125 toward debt and make an extra snowball payment of $25.93. So that was a total of $150.93 to debt. Sister locks, I had a bill come to $24.07, so I paid that. We had some small spending. Family got 100 because I did have like she was my auntie, but more like my grandma. She passed away. So unfortunately, we had to you know, deal with some expenses there. So I wanted to make sure I contribute, and you'll see that as a line item probably in the future. Spending 100, food 70, and our admin team 10. I got a new microphone, y'all, so hopefully you can hear me above all the sirens, but we'll see. I got to keep it moving. We got to record this content. Okay, and so that was about $280 in spending, and then we sent $15 to our PTO bank. That's tips I got for the week, and $771 in taxes. Because I did have an RA order last week of $27.71. So thank you guys for always supporting your girl. And then the rest of the income was $660. So technically I was off last week because I had some friends and family in town, so I wanted to spend more time with them. But I had some income that was already being transferred. You know how PayPal and all that other type of stuff is. So it hit my bank account. So that was nice. I had an extra 660. So that is how we are looking for the last 2 weeks of October. And this is actually where I'm going to stop our October income and expenses for the month. I'm going to go ahead and close out the month and let you guys know in the next video how the entire month of October went. I can't wait to share the update with you because I feel like we did really good as far as putting money towards debt. Now, if we look at our spending for the month, I love to talk about our diversifying our spending. So let's zoom in a little bit. Okay, so for the week of 10/13 to 10/19, we had a good amount, 55% that went towards our debt payments, and then 24% went towards our regular bills, 7% to food, and really that's food like house spending, also toiletries, so that's not too bad. 3% to our admin team, a little less than 3% to Micah, and it gets lower from there. So I feel really good about how we diversified our spending for that week, especially since it was a high week, a high income week. And then here we were able to put 30% of our income to savings for the week. So I'm really happy about that. And then 18% to debt payments. Usually debt is always like the biggest amount. So it's nice to see a week where we're saving. So that's why I like to look at this. And this is a free spending app that you can get in the Apple Store. I've tried to reach out to them. I don't even know if they update it anymore. I spoke with the developer just very briefly, I think, virtually, and they don't plan on, rolling out anything else. So unfortunately, this is what we have to work with, but I love it because it's manual input and I just love how it gives you just enough features for free 99. So if you're looking for something free, definitely check out that app. Well, that's it for today's video, y'all. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, you know what it is. Peace, love, and budgets.